Cincinnati football fans knew Sarah Jones as the captain and calendar cover girl of the Bengals cheerleading squad. Here she is visiting the troops in Iraq. Fellow cheerleader Lindsey Vaughn liked her from the start.
Smart, Christian girl. She doesn't drink, doesn't party. Probably totally opposite of what you think of when you think of an NFL glamorous hot cheerleader.
When Sarah wasn't cheering, she was focusing on her job as a high school teacher. Things were looking up at home, too. She'd been dating the same guy on and off for 10 years, Nathan Wilburn. You were in love with him.
Yeah, I was in love with him, and I had planned on spending my life with him.
It all seemed so normal, which is why a batch of ugly rumors about her, posted on a gossip website, was so jarring. Suddenly, all the students in school were talking about their teacher, Miss Jones. People are whispering in the hallways, tramp.
Exactly.
Slut.
And that, oh yeah, you know.
What did this do to her?
She was so upset. Sarah's a good actress. She can put on a great front, and it didn't affect her at school. It would affect her when she got home at night.
Sarah went on the offensive, suing the website's owner. He denies liability and the suit is pending. Sarah also made her case on local radio.
Clearly, obviously, knowing myself that it was false information, I was devastated.
But behind the scenes, Sarah had even bigger problems. Her relationship with Nathan was in trouble. They'd set a wedding date, but she was getting cold feet.
It was like a dream come true, only I was marrying the wrong person.
Did you know that then?
I knew that then.
At the altar, you knew you were marrying the wrong person.
I knew that I should not be getting married. I was walking down the aisle, and my dad said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" He said, "We can walk out right now." And
why didn't you?
I don't know.
Just 6 weeks later, the relationship fell apart. Sarah moved back in with her parents, divorced at 27. And now a new round of rumors was spreading around school that Sarah was sleeping with one of her students. A serious allegation, so serious it reached the school's front office.
I was questioned by the administrator, and basically this they had heard from a student that I had an inappropriate relationship with a student.
Sarah denied it, and the school seemed to buy it.
They investigated it, looked into it. Obviously, they found nothing, and we went on with our day.
But Sarah's mom, a principal in the same district, wanted answers of her own. Did you sit Sarah down and say, "Look at me in the eye. It's just us here, just us girls, and tell me what happened"?
Yeah.
What did she say?
She said, "Mom, nothing has happened. We are friends." She assured me that there was nothing.
No sex?
Nothing.
Did you ever have sex with this student?
No, it was never like that. No, it was
Emotional.
It was, yes,
but not sexual.
No, it was never about that. Never like that.
But the rumors wouldn't die. By chance, the local police chief overheard them at a weekend party and called in his lead detective, Julie Inman.
Here's what we have, here's what's being said. I want you to look into it.
She didn't have much to work with, but she did have two names, Sarah Jones and Cody York, a mild-mannered 17-year-old who played baseball on the high school team. Inman interviewed students who gave her Sarah and Cody's cell numbers. Inman pulled the phone records.
There were over 575 phone calls between the two of them. There was nothing that I could make sense of as to why a teacher and a student would be talking at 2:30 in the morning or on the weekend or as much as they were.
A lot of calls, but what were they talking about? Maybe their texts would tell her. So Inman got the phone company to hand those over too. And what she found.
In just a month's time, there were over 8,000 text messages between Sarah and Cody. The text messages were sexually explicit. They actually made me blush reading them.
Detective Inman now had ammunition, hard evidence something was going on. It was finally time to question Sarah Jones herself, who brought her mother Cheryl to the interview.
So I want to let you know, first and foremost, that this is obviously a voluntary interview.
Inman's strategy now? Lock Sarah into a story and turn up the heat.
Do you know Cody York?
Yeah.
How do you know Cody?
I had Cody his freshman year.
I started asking questions of, have you ever sent a text message to Cody York?
No text messages from Cody to you?
No.
And none from you to Cody?
No.
She, was denying any type of interaction with him.
Have you ever slept with Cody?
No.
Do you have any type of sexual relationship with Cody
No.
York? Have you ever in the past?
No.
Have you ever talked on phones or text messages or emails or anything with any sexual content?
Detective Inman was about to pounce, pulling out those steamy texts to knock Sarah off her game.
These are text messages from Cody's phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Where did you get these?
What do you mean?
Where did you get these text messages from?
And I told her, I said, I have a search warrant that allowed me to get the text message content.
Are these your text messages?
Sarah and Cheryl read the text messages in silence.
And Cheryl immediately got on the phone to call their attorneys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where these text messages came from. But we're not going to talk to anybody else. We're done.
With that, the Joneses ended the interview and their cooperation with police. That night, Sarah wrote a resignation letter to the school, and she says, a suicide letter to her parents.
To lose my job, not to lose my marriage, to lose all these things was very, very destructive. And that night I had gone home and I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I wrote letters to my parents. I did a whole lot of things that
Saying goodbye.
Yep. Just basically, I don't know why this is happening, but I don't want to deal with it anymore.
Sarah's parents took that threat seriously and sent her to the hospital. After 48 hours on suicide watch, she was released. But the biggest blow was yet to come. Police were about to make their move.